Remember when this squirt used the Twilight's edge to open the dark gate? Remember that?
Hey, welcome back everybody to the third and final segment of our Secrets of the Stratus stream. My name is Jonathan Leon, I'm the associate producer for Blade & Soul.
Hi, I'm Julianne Hardy. I am the brand manager for Blade & Soul.
Hi, my name is Nico Coutant and I'm the producer for Blade & Soul.
Alright, so as you guys know, we released Secrets of the Stratus patch yesterday on April 12th, and it's been a really, really big patch, and we've been really, really excited to get it out to everybody, and we're very, very happy that it's out. The last time we kind of joined you guys, it was back during our anniversary stream back in January when we did the whole, noodle content and all that fun stuff. So kind of, Nico, do you want to talk about, what have we been working on since January?
Sure. So we launched Skybox Spire early February. That was actually our first 24-member raid, actually two of them, Skybox Spires and Dawn of Canada VR. So that was pretty exciting, great content for endgame. At the same time, we also released the 64-bit client, which has greatly improved performance for most people. We're still working on fixing some of the issues with the client, but for most players, they actually improved their performances. So we're pretty happy about that. We also introduced the CD6 Clan Battlegrounds, which actually has been pretty popular, and since we've added Celestial Basin yesterday, I'm sure that's going to get even more popular, since you get bonus to farming peaches if your clan is ranked pretty high. So that's definitely really cool. We have been working on the Secret of the Stratus patch for the past 2 months. This is why sorry. This is why our content update was light in March and February, because we were all focused on Secret of the Stratus, which we launched yesterday.
Yay.
So that was a really big accomplishment, I think.
I didn't think you realized just how big it was until we actually had it in our hands.
Not yet. Speaking of which, so we had a really long maintenance yesterday. So we wanted to, of course, apologize for that. As I just mentioned, this was our largest expansion to date. We've never launched such a big expansion. It took a lot of effort and a lot of work from a lot of teams here. Some people worked 10, 12 hours straight to get this patch out of the door. And, things happen. We found some issues during the maintenance that we had to resolve. The good news is that we've resolved everything that we found during the maintenance. And we were able to open the servers a little late, but without any major problems. So again, please bear with us. This was a really, really big patch. We're also aware that there are some outstanding issues right now. I am going to list a few that we're currently working on as a high priority. So obviously the character info, the F2 window, that's currently our highest priority. We are planning to fix that as soon as possible, so hopefully by next week. This is currently being tested. We also noticed that there is a bug where you cannot right-click characters in the cross-server lobby. So we're aware of that bug, and we're also going to try to fix that as soon as possible. In addition, there is a smaller issue with the crafting guild outfits. That currently, some of them cannot be crafted. So we are also aware of that issue, and that's also something we're looking to fix as soon as possible. And lastly, some of you may have noticed that if you purchase items from the 2-day special list in the store, you do not receive premium points right now. So we're aware of that. We're working on a fix right now. We're also looking at solution to retroactively grant the points to players that have bought from the store and did not get their points. So yeah, all those things are currently being worked on. We hope to be able to release a patch next week to fix everything. So stay tuned. We'll have more information about this early next week.
Yeah, just to reiterate, obviously we have some issues, but we are definitely making them a priority, and we're actively working on them. But it's still really felt amazing to get the patch out with all the new features. New dungeons, new story, which the story is amazing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and you also get a costume for a limited time for the next 3 weeks to do. By the way, if you finish the story by May 3rd, that's right, you get the Secret Keeper outfit and costume. So make sure you get that on all your characters. But yeah, just super excited about Blend Soul and where it is now, and all the stuff we're able to release. But obviously it's just April, and we have a lot more coming in store for you guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too.
Yeah, we will definitely have more stuff for this year. As you remember from the producers letter, we have a lot of content still coming up this year. We're gonna release new dungeons and raids later this year. Some of you who have played in other regions are probably already kind of aware of what's coming. So we will start teasing that pretty soon. In addition, you've probably noticed since the patch yesterday that there was a new game guide window in the game. Currently, it is populated with the coming soon page. We are working on putting up content in there, so that will be mostly resolving around explaining, game systems and things like that. I do not have an exact ETA yet, but that should be coming soon. So you can definitely look forward to that. In addition, we are going to continue having community tournaments. I believe Rumble in the Realm number 4,
Yep.
right? So that should be coming pretty soon. We are going to have our yearly costume design contest. So if you remember last year, we had a contest where players were able to make submissions of their costume design that made it into the game. For example, the Region Corvus outfit, the Bamboo costume outfit, the Night Luna, Alice outfit.
All really amazing outfits.
So yeah, all those amazing outfits were player created, or player designed, should I say. We're going to have another contest this year, so you can look forward to that. You can, feel free to stop already working on the submission if you want, because usually those things takes quite some time. So that's coming. In addition, we are also going to have new pets that are coming later this year. So if you remember, last year we released the Griffin pet and the Otter pet. So those were exclusive to North America and Europe. We have the opportunity of creating 2 new exclusive pets this year. So we're currently working with the dev team to do that. And hopefully we will be able to release those new pets sometimes this year. So that's pretty exciting. We, on the more short term, we are going to have a new event starting at the end of this month. Early next month, which will be focusing on Celestial Basin. So if you play that content, you will basically get some extra rewards. We are planning to have a peak time for peach farming as well, so that if you farm during prime time, you will be able to get more peaches. And there's a lot of other goodies in that event, new items. So we're currently working on the design, and that should come very soon, I believe in a few weeks.
Yeah, we definitely got, like you said, we're working on all these bug fixes. We're working on some new events coming out. Also some long-awaited outfits are coming soon, just to give you guys a little teaser towards that. So yeah, so it's just, we've just released a big patch, but, we're going right back to work on the next patch. We're making sure everything is as awesome as it can be. And it's also, you guys might have also seen that we made an announcement about eSports.
Yeah.
So, Julie, I want to have a little bit.
Exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah. It might have been lost in some of the excitement of the actual patch, but we are going to be participating in the Worlds Championship this year. We are submitting 2 teams from North America and 2 teams from Europe. Part of that, we will be having a regional championship series in which you and 2 of your buddies, or potentially 3 of your buddies, if one of them wants to be a substitute, will have to register as a team. You will have an opportunity to earn what's known as fighting points. If you are familiar with how a lot of fighting games tend to work, is that you earn fighting points in terms of your position or your ranking in various elements. So if you participate in 1v1, if you do in 3v3, you'll gain fighting points that relate to your ranking at the end of the season. We'll also have some offline events, we'll have some online events, and these will also gain you fighting points. And so ultimately, at the very end of the championship series, the teams with the most amount of fighting points will qualify for the regional championships, and then the winners of those will move on to Worlds. So stay tuned for more details. We'll have more information about how to register, how you earn specifically how the fighting points are earned, and various other things in the coming weeks. Having said that, you can still kind of plan for your teams now. The way in which you need to register for your teams is that you need to be obviously a resident of the region that you are going to nominate yourself for. So if you live in North America or if you live in Europe, please register for North America and Europe respectively. We are and residency is still kind of an interesting qualification there. So if you're just visiting Europe for a couple of weeks, then clearly you're not a resident of Europe. Whereas if you are living in North America for 9 months for school or whatever, then you can be considered a resident there. So we'll have more definitions in the rules and everything like that. But general rule of thumb, you need to be a resident. You can only be a member of one team, and that includes being a substitute. So
that's very important, actually.
Yeah. So you cannot register to be in multiple teams. You cannot register to be in substitutes for multiple teams, because ultimately there's only going to be 3 or potentially 4 people going on to the World Championship. So if you register for multiple teams and you end up being in the teams that go along through, then sorry, you're going to be disqualified. That kind of sucks, but it also just means you got to plan your teams accordingly. Make sure that you have a level 50 character on your account. This is now not so difficult because we have released the Insta-50 character creation, but you need to have a level 50 character on your account in order to register. That does not mean that you are registering with your character. What people have done in the past, and this is what Korea has done in the past, is they tended to look at one particular character's performance across the board in terms of their gameplay. This year, they're doing it differently, and thus we are doing it differently as well. We are registering your account, and thus we are registering your player. What that means in terms of the fighting points, it is just that whatever character you have that is the highest placed in the 1v1 and the 3v3 rankings will be the one that earns the fighting points, not all of your characters or what happens to be your main character or anything along those lines. So it makes it a lot easier for a lot of people. It also means you have flexibility in changing your classes if you so desire. You do not have to be restrained to playing only an assassin or only a blade dancer. There is opportunity for you to chop out and change your classes as the tournaments go on. So that enables, like I said, a fair amount of flexibility, and also allows you to customize your team when it actually comes to the tournament time frame to best reflect what you think the other team is going to be playing. So that's kind of cool, a bit differently. Also, what we're doing differently, as you notice, we're talking about teams, not individuals. So in years past, Korea has done exclusively 1v1 tournaments. They've done both 1v1 and 3v3, and this year we are adopting what they are doing as well, which is known as the mix and match format. So the way that the mix and match format will happen in teams, in tournaments, is that there will be a mixture of both 1v1 matches and 3v3 matches. So that's why we're utilizing both the 1v1 and the 3v3 rankings, because you need to be good at both of them in order to be good in the actual tournaments. So we'll have, again, more information on how these formats will work when we actually get around to the competition side, but quite frankly, get good at both. One of the things that we've also noticed in terms of kind of discussion, especially recently, has been some kind of poor behavior on, or anti-competitive behavior on the ladders. This is now that we are considering the 1v1 and the 3v3 ladders as something that is vital to the competitiveness of our esports initiative. We are taking a much stronger look at people who are doing some very bad things. Included in these very bad things are things like win trading, things like boosting, things like ghosting. We have started to look very seriously at player behavior. We are taking into account accusations of these sorts of things. We have started to blacklist people from participating in the PvP seasons, and we are going, now that we have this esports initiative, we will start to escalate. If you are blacklisted, that is considered to be a warning. If you continue to do so, then you will get an account ban. If you continue to do so, then the next step will more than likely be you as a player will be prohibited from playing or participating in anything competitive that we do. Please note that this is slightly separately from the game itself in its terms of service. We have our own rule set for esports competitiveness, but generally, I mean, don't be a douchebag.
Be fair.
Yeah.
I was like, well, weekends, don't be a jerk. You know, just play fairly. I mean, having said that, purposefully de-ranking yourself in order to get matches, that's not a problem. If you are losing specifically to boost someone up, that is a problem, and that is manipulative of the rankings, and we will be cracking down on that quite severely.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julian. I just wanted to address a couple of questions I've seen in the chat, unrelated to esports, but since I'm reading them, someone saying they bought Ncoin and didn't receive it. I just wanted to mention that if it's the first time that you buy Ncoin in Blade and Soul, there is a fraud check prevention, where it may take a few hours before you get your Ncoin. This is because we're doing a background check to make sure this is not fraud. So if it's not the first time you bought Ncoin and you don't get them immediately, please contact support. But as far as I know, there are currently no outstanding issues with receiving Ncoin. So yeah, just wanted to say that, and also someone mentioned that I look tired. I think we already do. We had a hell of a day yesterday. Didn't get much sleep, so yeah.
You were up at what?
Yeah.
For 3 o'clock?
I was in the office at 6 a.m. yesterday, and I left at 6 p.m. So and yeah, this morning I was in pretty early as well. So
Yeah.
We're a little bit tired, but we're still gonna work on fixing bugs. Don't worry.
Overall, just super, like I said, I'm super happy. I think we're super happy that the patch is out. I think we've been playing a ton, really excited, and like I said, that's just, it's still April. We got lots more stuff coming this year. We have, I think we have a really, really bright future for the rest of the year, and, esports coming up, and excited for us to show the rest of the world what North America and Europe can do in Worlds. This is our first year competing, and I think we got something to show.
Counting on you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Make us look proud.
Yeah. Just one last thing, because I know that this may have been a question that pops up. Level 55 skills. We are making sure that when we're on the world stage, we are competing on the same level as everyone else. So do not panic. I have you covered. But yeah, get good, guys, because we really need you to win. Because that would be fantastic.
Take the whole thing.
Just win. It doesn't matter. Just win.
All right, I think that kind of wraps it up for our Secrets of the Stratus patch. Thanks you for joining us. Thanks for joining us to the playthrough, the Peach Cut Challenge, and of course talking about the future of Blade and Soul here with. So thank you for Julian and Nico for joining us. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
See you next time.